What's up, my dudes? So I decided to put together this new episode to the Leveling Hype series. It's been quite a while. It's been probably like a year or something like that since we last made an episode on this, and I'm really excited to make it happen because I know you guys are into it, and so am I. And so I thought, like, man, like if we're all on board, then why not just make it happen as soon as possible? So that's sort of the idea. And so I was going to put out an orc episode on the race choice sort of series that I've been putting together, starting with the dwarf. But that I think I'll put off until the next video. So that'll be after this video. For now, here we are. It's just Thror, going from level 30 to 31. And I'm leveling with this guy, Yerrick. And he just sort of was questing in sort of the same area as me a little before I started recording here, and we're just kind of going through some of the quests here. He's not even on this quest, he's just helping me through, which is really cool of him, and I think that's awesome. So yeah, just can't wait, because I mean, I get to show you in this episode that we kill the Eliza sort of mob. They have the same skin or the same model as those plague spreaders, this Eliza NPC, and so yeah, we kill that NPC, and then also Mor'Ladim. So I get to get the weapon, I think Arceus, from killing Mor'Ladim, and so that's really cool. It's a good upgrade. Yeah, so a lot of this episode involves walking from Raven Hill, where we are now, to Darkshire, and just like back and forth basically. And here I go on my first trip all the way over there. And as you can see, I'm sort of whispering some people here, where I'm trying to recruit them to the guild that we recently made, that I made with some friends, with Tivadar, some other guys, and yeah, it's just really cool, man. It's super cool to start a new guild. I think it's really fun to, I don't know, recruit people as we level up. And you know, not a ton of people are receptive to joining a new guild at this point, it seems, but we got about, I think, like 20 to 25 members as we speak right now. Not a huge amount, but it's a good start. I think it's a good foundation to make it happen. And after all, we're only like, I mean, we're low 30s at the moment, so there's quite a lot of content to cover. And what's really cool about making a guild, or just being a part of a guild in general, is that as you level, you can sort of recruit people into your guild. So it's like more than just adding them to your friends list or whatever. They're part of your company at that point if you have them join in, and you do anything specific with them, like questing or doing a dungeon with them where you really find them to be useful. You know, you could definitely have them as a resource later down the road to make that happen. And I don't know, I just find the idea of a guild super cool. So, by the way, we play on Stalagg US PvP. It's a PvP server. And if you guys are interested in any regard in joining us, then you are totally welcome to. There's no sort of I mean, we don't have any requirement really at the moment for the guild growth, for guild members, whatever. So you're definitely welcome. And so I wanted to talk about a couple things here, like specifically with Phase 2, because that'll be coming up in the next couple of months, I think. We don't really know. I don't think we know exactly when it'll come out. But yeah, so like the Phase 2 stuff, it's going to involve Dire Maul, Azure Ghost, Kazakh, and the PvP system. And so although there's not going to be like the battlegrounds coming out, because I think in Phase 3 we're going to see Warsong Gulch and Alterac Valley, Phase 2 is going to show us, you know, that PvP system, so we'll actually get rewards for taking out the other faction in passing. So definitely expect a lot of aggression from the opposite faction when that phase comes around. And then, yeah, so, yeah, you know, with Azure Ghost and Ashara and Kazakh in the Blasted Lands, there's going to be a lot of sort of competition in trying to kill those guys because they're loot pools and stuff. A lot of people are going to be seeking them out. And then Dire Maul is an interesting one, really interesting one, because it is, I think, a source for both the Warlock and Paladin sort of 60, like, epic mount quests to be fulfilled, to be completed, you know, because we have to go into Dire Maul as part of like one of the parts of the quest chain. So definitely looking forward to that, because I do love the sort of epic mount for, well, both the Warlock and the Paladin. And so here I am just basically running back to Raven Hill. I'm, at this point, I think looking forward to... What was I doing? I think I was looking forward to, like, turning in a quest. I don't think we did. Did we do Mor'Ladim yet? I may have missed it. No. Oh, yeah. Okay, so right now I'm looking for Mor'Ladim. And what's really cool is, yeah, this guy Soy Goy over here that I'm messaging, he's like a 48 paladin or something. He's just, like, in the area. And we're talking to him, and he said he would help us if we tagged Mor'Ladim, but, like, the guy's nowhere in sight. I think he still had to respawn, so what we were doing at a certain point was just farming some mobs as we waited. I thought he might be in that sort of, like, crypt area below, so we kind of went into there at a certain point. So, yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. And what you might be able to notice as we're going through the video here, my bags are completely full. Completely full. So I did a lot of, well, reluctantly, I did a lot of, like, deleting of items that I thought were of lesser value and stuff like that. And I'm sure you guys have, I mean, everyone's been there. But it's just, for me, I always find that, like, I really, like, dislike doing that. And I really got to, like, work on managing my inventory. And so what I've been doing more often, and what I should have been doing more often from the start, is just mailing, like, a lot of stuff to my bank alt. And so got to clear that stuff up. And you guys might be curious about the UI here. I do have a video on that. And actually the look that you see right here with the unit frames of the player and the target and all that, I changed that up, and I also changed the fonts and stuff. So I'll show you a screenshot of what that looks like right now. The cast bar is a little different as well. Yeah, here we are killing Mor'Ladim. Okay, yeah, we just killed him really quick. The Soy Goy guy really helped us out. Dwarf Paladin, best of the best, of course. Can't go without it. So yeah, we got Mor'Ladim's skull. That was really cool. And actually, here we are going for Elijah. So yeah, Elijah, level 31 elite. We took the guy out pretty easily. These guards, the Elijah's guards, sort of came out of nowhere. I was like, what? I did not expect it. I don't know if I've done the Elijah quest super often in the past, but in any case, that was cool that we were able to two-man it and sort of one-shot the whole thing. So awesome stuff there. And I think, yeah, at a certain point, okay, so I'm heading back to Darkshire, getting some herbs on the way. I'm heading back to Darkshire to get some quests turned in, and then I'll have to head back to Raven Hill because I have to go to, like, that there's, like, a little, like, tombstone thing that you have to right click, and once you do, it turns in the quest for, I think, the whole Mor'Ladim thing. So I finally am able to get the Archaeus weapon, which of course is an upgrade. And yeah, so that's really cool. And so as we do this, I mean, obviously I'm recruiting a lot of people. As I was saying before, I just find that it's a super cool process to bring people in. But what happened by accident, and we'll see it later in the video here, is I actually messaged a guy twice without knowing, because I just message people sort of in passing. I'm just like, okay, you don't have a guild? Let me message you. I got a macro, you know, that kind of thing. And I think inevitably with that kind of strategy, I'll probably end up making the mistake of going after and recruiting like too many people, or too many, or I'll be recruiting the same people over and over and won't be good. So this guy needed my help, or he thought he did, but the Stalvan guy, he wasn't elite, so, but the guy didn't know that, and so I helped him out anyways, because I was like, you know, I'm here, so might as well help out. And I think I was asking if he was in a guild. I'm just going crazy with the guild recruitment. I'm trying to get people in. Definitely, inevitably, it will make sort of for an annoying thing, but I think it'll be worth it in the end to have that sort of healthy guild community. You know, I'm just trying to get a good foundation, good amount of members. Yeah, here I am deleting items like those mushrooms and stuff. But yeah, obviously I have a ton of silk cloth. So the reason I have so many silk cloth stacks is because I'm preparing for when I go into Arathi Highlands and I and I get those sort of books that you have to get from that sort of fortress area. Forget exactly what it's called, but yeah, it's going to be really helpful. And in fact, I already used the silk cloth to make the silk and heavy silk bandages, and I used every single one that you see that are in my bags. Like, none of them went to waste. So even now, I think I could still get some skill ups from just heavy silk bandages. So it goes to show how much cloth you really need to save up to make your first aid happen for yourself. So yeah, at this point, I'm going over to Westfall. And oh yeah, another thing is that I noticed that with long form videos when I record, I often find that something happens where at the latter half of it, it sort of just bugs out. It bugs out big time. And so I have to be careful about that. And every like 20 minutes, I just re-record. I stop the recording and re-record. And hopefully it's kind of seamless. You might not be able to notice it necessarily in this video that much, but that's sort of the point, is I want to make sure that it doesn't get in the way of the recording process here. And so anyways, I think that's fine. And so about here is where I'm heading to Stormwind, and we're getting stuff done, and I have to go after this guy called Iron Fist, and you'll see it's kind of like an interesting sort of scenario. And so yeah, so I find that we'll see that, and we'll show you guys what's going on with that. But yeah, I'm talking to this guy Arthur, I think you pronounce it, right now, talking about the guild recruitment thing, and he was getting annoyed because I messaged him twice, but he actually ended up joining, so that was a turn of events. Yeah, so I killed this Iron Fist guy, or took him out. There's Stone Fist, rather. And his thugs, like those thugs there, if they didn't back off, I would have died. I probably would have died. I mean, my mana pool was completely full, but still I feel like the kickback from trying to get like a Holy Light off would be too much. Even if I had like Concentration Aura up, I don't know. I feel like it would get in the way. And I didn't have any health pots or anything like that. I did have, you know, some emergency buttons like my bubbles and lay on hands and stuff like that, but still I wasn't entirely sure if I would make it. So there I am, getting some new abilities. Really cool stuff. What did I get? Oh yeah, I got Divine Intervention. Dude, Divine Intervention is so cool to me. I feel like it has been such a lifesaver. If you use it at the right times, it can legit save you so much running back time from when, you know, you wipe at a raid or in a group. And like specifically with things like let me think, like with Mor'Ladim or like with Sunken Temple, something like that. So if you put a Divine Intervention bubble on someone, it makes them immune to like all damage for like 5 minutes, and they lose all aggro. So you got to be particular about who you give the Divine Intervention bubble to. If they can res, then yeah, it's a done deal. And it's really cool to have the opportunity to sort of mitigate a wipe and all that running and stuff. And so I love Divine Intervention. So this is the end of the video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy. If you want to join the Discord, the guild, the Patreon, wherever you want to do, you can definitely make that happen. Patreon, you don't have to join necessarily. I just think that you guys viewing this stuff is super awesome and enough for me. So in any case, thanks for watching. We'll make this series happen. We'll keep it going. That'll be it, guys. I'll see you soon.